Here, number 1, Viking Flagship, ridden by Adrian Maguire. 2, My Young Man, Graham Bradley. 3, Storm Alert, Simon McNeil. 4, Uncle Ernie, Mark Dwyer. 5, Clay County, Richard Dunwoody. 6, Lasata for Ireland, ridden by Conor O'Dwyer. 7, Snitten Lane, ridden by David Bridgewater, as young hustler, of course, in the National. 8 is Trimlock, ridden by Warren Marston. This the last chase before the National.
And wide open betting between the front three here. 11 to 4 co-favourites, 11 to 4 Storm Alert, 11 to 4 Uncle Ernie, that's the best back one this morning. 11 to 4 Viking Flagship from 3, 10 to 1 Lasata, 14 to 1 Clay County and Snitten Lane, 20 to 1 My Young Man, and 33 to 1 Trimlock.
Simon Morant has him off first time. Clay County shows on the outside of My Young Man. And it's My Young Man going on now from Clay County as they jump the first. Storm Alert made a mistake there, but is okay. My Young Man going on by a couple to 3 now from Clay County, and then comes Viking Flagship, and then Uncle Ernie on the outside of Storm Alert, and then Trimlock, and then Lasata and Snitten Lane. Again, a good gallop they are too. The second fence, My Young Man clear of Clay County, Viking Flagship and Young Ernie. Then on the far side is Storm Alert. Lasata hit that one. First of the ditches now, number 3, My Young Man lands in the lead from Clay County. Viking Flagship, Storm Alert and Uncle Ernie, Snitten Lane, Lasata and Trimlock as they run to the next, number 4. And it's My Young Man clear of Clay County and Storm Alert and Viking Flagship, Snitten Lane and Uncle Ernie. And over this one, My Young Man lands clear of Clay County. Then Viking Flagship and Storm Alert and Uncle Ernie, Snitten Lane on the far side. Then Lasata and finally Trimlock. So passing the winning post with another complete circuit, it's My Young Man, the leader from Clay County. Storm Alert, Viking Flagship, Snitten Lane on the inside of Young Ernie, then Trimlock and Lasata. They make their way over towards the far side now. The next ditches are numbers 7 and 11, 12 fences in all, and still My Young Man from Clay County. Storm Alert, Viking Flagship and Snitten Lane and Young Ernie, then Lasata and Trimlock. Coming to the 5th, still My Young Man by about 3 from Clay County, Storm Alert, Viking Flagship, Uncle Ernie, Snitten Lane, Lasata and Trimlock. Clay County getting nearer as they jump the 6th, but didn't jump that too well, Clay County. And My Young Man with a commanding advantage from Clay County. Young Ernie making ground on the outside, on the inner. Getting a reminder there is Storm Alert. Then Viking Flagship, the next of the ditches. My Young Man landed clear there from Clay County. Young Ernie, Viking Flagship, Storm Alert, Storm Alert on the inside. Uncle Ernie over on the outer. The last over on the far side, number 8. And Storm Alert a faller at that one. Storm Alert has gone there. Left My Young Man, the leader from Clay County. Young Ernie on the outside of Viking Flagship. Uncle Ernie, I should call him, on the outside of Viking Flagship. Then Snitten Lane getting closer all the time. My Young Man from Clay County, Viking Flagship, Uncle Ernie. And then behind them, Snitten Lane over the 9th. My Young Man from Clay County, Viking Flagship making good progress now on the inside. Uncle Ernie towards the outside. Still a wide open race. Snitten Lane is breathing down the necks of the leaders as they level up now for the 3rd last in this Martell Aintree handicap chase. And it's My Young Man from Viking Flagship and Uncle Ernie towards the near side in the sheepskin noseband. The 3rd last, Viking Flagship and Uncle Ernie together. Viking Flagship on the far side, Uncle Ernie on the near side. Adrian Maguire and Mark Dwyer as they come down now to the final ditch. Uncle Ernie towards the left, Viking Flagship over on the far side. Uncle Ernie landed just in the lead from Viking Flagship. They're running down now towards the final fence in the Martell Aintree Handicap chase, and it's Uncle Ernie in Jimmy Fitzgerald's colours and trained by him coming to it. 3 lengths clear of Viking Flagship. The final fence in the Martell Aintree chase. Uncle Ernie well clear of Viking Flagship. Uncle Ernie jumps it brilliantly. Viking Flagship jumps it second. Snitten Lane's going to jump it third, and racing into the closing stages. And Uncle Ernie wins this one in very convincing style indeed. Never off the bit. Uncle Ernie the winner. Second is Viking Flagship. It's going to be close for third, with My Young Man fighting it out with Snitten Lane, and My Young Man getting out to be third. Snitten Lane 4, and so the result of the Martell Aintree Handicap chase is first, number 4, Uncle Ernie, owned by Mr. Jimmy Fitzgerald, trained by him and ridden by Mark Dwyer. The 3-to-1 chance. Second was number 1, Viking Flagship, owned by Roach Foods Limited, trained by David Nicholson and ridden by Adrian Maguire. And third was number 2, My Young Man, owned by Mrs. Bill Tullock, trained by Charlie Brooks and ridden by Graham Bradley. Fourth was number 7, Snitten Lane, Mark Dwyer here, who later rides Southern Minstrel in the National on his 36th winner of the season, and number 20 for Jimmy Fitzgerald. That's 10 out of 29 for this 9-year-old. And the faller, as you'll see, is okay. That was Storm Alert.
First, number 4, Uncle Ernie, 3-to-1. Second, number 1, Viking Flagship, 5-to-2 favourite. And third, number 2, My Young Man, 20-to-1.